Hi, I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And today we're wearing these pink little princess happy birthday crowns in honor of the Princess of Wales, Catherine Middleton's 41st birthday.
I can't believe she's 41.
She looks so good.
She looks amazing.
She is doing a wonderful job as Princess of Wales. We are so delighted to have her, and we wish you a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Princess Catherine. Princess
This is your day. So basically, it has been one giant train wreck so far, and we've only been on, so far, 3 interviews. So we're gonna wait for Stephen Colbert, because you know that's just gonna be awful. Yeah. And then we'll just kind of have a twin talk overview of all that.
I was actually shocked on how much he lied with Anderson Cooper. I was shocked. So
get ready for that.
Get ready for that train wreck.
Today we are going to talk about something that proves karma is a bitch.
And alive and well.
And alive and well. We are going to talk about Oprah Winfrey and her little friend, Gayle King. You don't remember 2 years ago, Meghan and Harry sat down with Oprah Winfrey.
I think everyone remembers that.
Everyone remembers it, but she sat down with Oprah Winfrey and basically called the royal family racist.
Yes.
Did you leave the country because of racism?
It was a large part of it.
Because of questioning how dark Archie's skin color was going to be.
Yes.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What? There's a conversation with you?
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
And
she did these weird, like Meghan would do these weird pauses. Like
if that's what you say.
Who is having that conversation with you? What?
Oprah would go, so are you telling me the royal family's racist? And then Meghan would go,
that's what you say.
There is a conversation. Hold up.
There's
Stop
several
right now.
There's several conversations.
Instead of blaming himself, instead of saying, my bad, we shouldn't have put it in those terms, or better yet, the next day after the Oprah interview, coming out with a statement saying, oh, hold back, everybody. We never said that. We didn't mean to insinuate that the royal family was racist. He waits until 60 minutes in this book to say, I never said it. That's not what we said. It was the press that interpreted it.
In the Oprah interview, you accuse members of your family of racism. You don't even...
No, we didn't. The British press said that.
Right.
Did Meghan ever mention that they were racist?
She said there were troubling comments about Archie's skin color.
There was concern about his skin color.
Right. Wouldn't you describe that as essentially racist?
I wouldn't.
So the British media assumed that Meghan was calling the royal family racist. Yeah. Well, that pissed off a lot of people who have been supporting Meghan in this racial injustice, institutional lie,
structural racism that they've been running with. People like Shola, people like Marlene Headley, aka Ngozi Fulani,
and all the Sussex
people
squad.
like Mandu Reid, people like Omid Scobie.
Have we heard from Boozy?
We have. We probably have. I just haven't had a chance to look, but I'm sure we have heard from Boozy at this point. He was a big thing of structural. And Carrie Kennedy gave them an award. Carrie Kennedy gave them an award for calling out structural racism within the royal family.
Which proves our point that award was in fact fake.
It was a bullshit award.
It was a pay-to-play award show.
I know I'm not supposed to swear on this site, but it was a bullshit award. Today, Gayle is shook. This woman is shook. You can
She's
see
been
the
defending.
fear.
Interview. What did you make of Harry's explanation just now that he's not going to discuss it and leaving it out of the book about the racism?
I have to say, I'm very perplexed by this U-turn and this explanation here, because for the best part of 2 years, that narrative has been allowed to run. And I just have to say, I know the default reaction here has been to blame the British press for almost everything, but we all remember the reality that when those comments were made in that Oprah interview, media and commentators around the world interpreted it as there was some sort of issue of racism within the royal family. And let's not forget that it's just a few weeks ago, Harry and Meghan attended the Ripple of Hope Gala in New York and collected an award that was billed for their courage in standing up to structural racism within the royal families. What Harry is saying now is very different to the narrative they've been happy to let run for the last 2 years. It's very perplexing.
The narrative that they haven't let go of is the complications that they have, the complicated relationship they have with the British press. Throughout the book, in many interviews, he says, listen, the British press and the royal family, the institution, if you will, are in cahoots, that the two get together and come up with stories, plant stories that are negative to him and to Meghan. What can you say about that? Does he have a point here?
And
this whole time.
desperation.
Yeah.
I can only speak from my own experience of doing this job for 12 years. And in 12 years of being a royal correspondent and a royal editor, I have never had someone from a royal household ring me up in the office or at home to say, let me tell you this awful detail about a member of the royal family. That is not how it works in terms of how I work. It tends to be me taking stories to the households for comment and for briefing.
In her face.
Well, she looks stupid.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Harry's doing some gaslighting himself, frankly, because the fact is that, here he is like selling out his family for money, essentially, when he's talked so often about the agony of being betrayed. He also, he was quite happy to have the palace spin on his behalf when it suited him. When I was reporting my book, The Palace Papers, I talked to so many people who were so close to William and Harry. These two, one of them said to me, I've never seen two brothers that close.
Is it selling out the family, Tina, if you've said, look, I've tried to talk to them privately about the harm that he believes has been caused, and then the story is leaked and it's negative about you? I'm fascinated by the belief that he's selling out his family when he says that he has tried privately to work behind the scenes and nothing ever changes.
Well, I know he says that, but he can never give any concrete examples. This is what's frustrating. I mean, let's hear some examples, Harry. So far, he hasn't really been able to give us concrete examples of stories that he says are about him trying to make amends and them leaking it. The last Netflix documentary that they did was a 6-part infomercial for themselves. It was all their version. He keeps saying that, his own story and he hasn't been told. It's been nothing but his story. We've actually not heard their story at all, and we still haven't.
Because not only did she threw the Queen under the bus for saying recollections may vary.
Right.
They didn't make the decision in a vacuum. There were a lot of conversations. That's why I thought it was very unfair to say that the Queen was blindsided.
So that whole media story about they were blindsided.
And the Queen treated shoddily.
Yeah, that's just not true, because everybody's known for months that this was happening. Hello, you got both of us.
There have been several discussions.
Yeah, several discussions about it.
She also went on CBS and said that she has personally seen receipts, emails, text messages that prove Meghan was telling the truth.
She's really a very sweet, caring person. And as I say, Meghan has documents to back up everything that she said on Oprah's interview.
So now
And Oprah said that she backs them 1,000%.
Well, Oprah also backed John of God, that guy in South America.
She promoted the Nexium guy too.
Yeah,
for like a little bit.
Oprah promoted this guy, and if you don't know, this guy's name is John of God. He's now in jail for sexual abuse of his female followers and minors.
And Oprah loved him.
But Oprah loved him, and this is why Oprah loved him. He basically said that he can perform surgeries. I'm shitting you not. This is exactly what he would do.
Yeah.
He would perform surgeries on people without anesthetics and right there. So like people would line up, and then he would put his hand on those people, and it was like a parlor trick where he would then put blood and then pull out like lamb guts or something.
We've seen it happen.
Oprah was so fascinated by this man and thinking he was a miracle worker.
She's getting money.
She promoted him in her magazine. She promoted him on her show. This was like the greatest thing. So this is why
she promoted Nexium on the show.
This is why in America Oprah is so done. I don't understand the appeal of Oprah and why people in the UK believed her so much, but in America, we've known this for years. She's friends with Harvey Weinstein. The girl is no good. There are so many receipts.
Every time I see a story about Oprah, Harry, and Meghan, it's bombshell interview. I was as surprised by the bombshell as everybody else.
There were so many bombshells in this interview. I mean, it seemed like one after another.
I don't know how Gayle is going to get out of this. And not only are there receipts that Gayle claims that she personally saw these email and text messages, on her CBS morning show, when they were promoting the Oprah interview, she had Oprah on the show, and Oprah even said that she was not surprised that the family was racist.
When you say you were surprised about the skin tone conversation, were you surprised that that would be true inside the palace, or were you surprised they were telling you about it?
I was surprised that they were telling me about it.
She did say that.
She said that.
She said, I was surprised that Meghan told me. So there's the confirmation there. Why Prince Harry is going around now backpedaling this is absurd to me, because it's on, maybe Harry doesn't understand what video is.
I have a theory. My theory is, they got paid for this Netflix thing and this book deal a while ago.
Oh, absolutely.
I 100% think that the money is spent.
The money has been given to the cult that they joined.
The Netflix thing they produced, and they had to outsource to 2 different production companies. That costs money. The book, he supposedly got paid $20 million. When you live in a $14 million house in Montecito, that's not a lot of money, because you have staff, you have gardeners,
security.
you have the HOA bills, you have the security. Harry has managed to do exactly what he said the royal family was doing, which they weren't.
Put a target on his head.
He has put a target on his head, Meghan's head, and his children's head by claiming he killed 25 Afghanistans.
Why would he say that?
Why would he say that? I don't know, but now it turns out that there is...
Almost like gloating.
Yeah, he might not even go to the Invictus Games now, because they're going to have to beef up their security. I mean, this is very dangerous at this point. This is messing with the Taliban.
Well,
okay, this is the Taliban.
Fatwa.
He gave him...
He did.
It was a fatwa.
It was a fatwa.
Yeah.
It was.
He did.
He fatwa'd himself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much...
Salman
We don't have to go into it that much.
He totally Salman Rushdie'd himself. That's amazing. Another thing that Oprah was claiming was that the palace never diffused any of the negative press towards Meghan. Again, we have a million receipts that show that the palace came out with statements saying this story about Meghan isn't true, this story about Meghan isn't true, this story about Meghan isn't true. Harry needs to understand at this point, Meghan was the leak. He says William didn't trust her because she's a black woman.
Yeah, what was that?
First of all, Harry, her California driver's license, usually biracial people on their driver's license, I mean, they can say whatever they want. They have every right, it's autonomy, but they usually put other. She put Caucasian, she checked Caucasian on her California driver's license.
Yeah, she is identified as a white woman her entire life.
Yes.
Okay?
Meghan is now using her intersectionality to make money. She's
awful.
already made money off Diana's death. Yeah. They've made money off the royal family, and they make money off of the lives of black people now.
That's just sick to me.
Pretty much.
She has identified as a white woman her entire life, and now when it's convenient for her, she's black. The people that are supporting this woman, I just don't understand why.
Shula came out.
It's so obvious.
Shula came out on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah,
and she was not very happy. She was not very happy because he did not back up the racism claims of the royal family. And my guess is, look, I'm going to just say it. This woman's a grifter.
Yeah.
Her hopes, and I'm sure a lot of her friends' hopes, were they were going to make money off giving anti-racism courses to the royal family. And this was going to make them a boatload of cash. This is the most obvious grift I have ever seen in my life. Thank God.
And it's been done before. It's not like she's original.
Yeah, exactly. They did it in America. Luckily, look up Robin DiAngelo and how much money this woman made. This is a white woman, and she made tons of money.
People grift and con every single day.
Oh, no. Yeah, but this is a grift that happened in America where this woman named Robin DiAngelo wrote a book about white people, white progressives and racism. And basically, she was racist towards a coworker once, and instead of just admitting that she has racist tendencies, she wrote an entire book on how all white people are racist. And companies pay her like $20,000 to $30,000 teaching anti-racism courses.
Yeah, so she's making money.
So she's making money. So I can see that this is like another thing, because Mondu Reed mentioned, when she mentioned, you know, we should be teaching them and all this stuff, a light bulb went off that this is a Robin DiAngelo thing. So don't fall for it, guys. You're doing a great job not falling for it. But if you want to see what happened.
She was pissed last night.
She was very pissed.
She wrote this tweet about how it is racism, Harry, and why would you not? You know, it's like
you have so much more to learn.
I know, it's just crazy. It's just, oh man, yeah, you have so much more to learn. For $19.95, you can buy my seminar and my book. It's like, we get it. Any idiot knows what you're doing.
We get it.
We
like,
got
the
it.
jig is up.
Yeah.
Like, we're not afraid of you anymore. You can't call us.
When were we ever afraid of grifters?
No.
So she was not happy with Harry. So Harry's making enemies now with his supporters.
Yeah. Sussex Squad, you know, they're still a couple, but
they're hiding behind their computer.
I'm willing to have a conversation with you on Twitter about anything, and you can question my beliefs about anything. But if you come at me with a avatar that is nothing, or an avatar of Meghan and Harry with Brazen Hussy or some other weird name, and then I see that you only have 14 followers, I'm pretty much going to block you or not respond. I hate blocking people because I don't
on mute.
I don't believe in censorship. It's a waste of my time, and so that's why I just don't do it. Yeah. So Gayle, Shola, everybody is scrambling right now on what they're going to say about the walk back that Harry has claimed about the racism.
And you know what's interesting about that is that Gayle and Oprah did the exact same backpedal when the bombshell word came out. So now they're backpedaling on the backpedal of the backpedal.
I was doing an interview to offer them a platform. And so some of the things that were revealed in that interview came as a surprise to me. And those surprises are now referred to as bombshell, but I didn't set out to do a bombshell interview. I do not get into people's family matters, and everybody who has experienced some challenges in their families with in-laws or brothers or sisters knows how difficult some of those situations can be. And I'm sure that, for the royal family, it's no different. And nobody consults me about their family business.
Hello, you got both of us.
There have been several discussions.
Yeah, several discussions about it.
I mean, you have to be an idiot to not see what's going on here.
It's so obvious.
The Tyler Perry stuff was BS.
Yeah.
The Oprah stuff was BS. This was all done for money.
And the book.
And the book. Well, not even. Listen, I would love to do a cult show with you because we all know what's going on with Harry.
We're gonna compare what's happening with Harry and this Better Up
because we
coaching
all know
pyramid scheme.
We all know.
We're gonna compare it to Better Up and Nexium. That's gonna be our next.
Well, it's the exact same
video.
cult. Yeah,
they're pretty much the same pyramid you can sign up for a coach, and then you sign this person up as a coach, and
Well,
you sign up.
It's a multi-level marketing scam. That's what it is.
That's what it is, but the problem is it preys on people who are weak.
I know, and I'd love to do a show about that because we all know that Harry and Meghan are in a cult. Meghan was the recruiter.
I think Marcus Anderson helped recruit Harry, and I do 100% believe Doria is a big part of this.
Absolutely.
I do believe that.
Absolutely.
So unfortunately, the Queen and Prince Philip passed away knowing that half of the country thought they were racist.
It just makes me so sad that the last comment the Queen made to the public was about Meghan's claim of racism in the royal family. That makes me so sad because the stress that she had to go through during her husband's death, during her own battle with cancer, it's so disgusting to me. And I think that, and you know, we're always big on, Nancy and I are very big on family. I think that's where, you know,
I mean, if it wasn't true, if he really truly thinks that Meghan and him had no intention in implying that the royal family is racist, then why didn't he walk it back the minute that Oprah and Gayle were discussing it on CBS this morning?
That's what I'm saying. There's just too many lies. You know what it is? Wow. There's too many lies. There's too many lies going on. They can't dig themselves out of this hole now.
No.
They can't. There's video, there's
receipts.
There's a book on it. And Harry's brainwashed. So
yeah. So we're going to talk about that, and then at the end of the week we will do an overview of Harry's interview train wrecks and compare them all about his inconsistencies.
Because I think he did one with Michael Strahan.
He did a Michael Strahan this morning, and then he does Stephen Colbert, and I'm sure he's got a couple other in the
so we'll go through all that.
Yeah, today's dog rescue, and this really warms my heart. I made sure I donated to them right away after I found out about this. There was a very pretty pit bull named Tyler. She was basically used as a breeder dog.
That's like Luna.
For many years, and what they do with breeder dogs is once they're done, they just toss them out.
Can I show Luna?
Yeah, ask Luna. Luna.
Come here, Luna.
Luna.
Come here, Luna. This dog's sick.
Hi, Luna. She was used as a breeder dog, and then she was dumped too. So
she has cesarean scars, but she's the sweetest dog.
She's the sweetest dog ever.
Please adopt a pit bull.
So anyway, Tyler was then dumped at the shelter and scared, very scared. These dogs are very scared, and Tyler was shaking. And happy-go-lucky Mastiff Rescue comes out of nowhere and saves Tyler. And now look at a picture of Tyler. Tyler is so happy. It's amazing what happens when you get them out of the kill shelters. So if you have coffee money, if you have a couple bucks, $5, please consider donating to Happy Go Lucky Mastiff Rescue. These people are heroes. And we will be back. Say goodbye, Luna.
Happy birthday, Princess Catherine.
Happy birthday, Princess Catherine.
Crowns for you.
Like and subscribe. Luna says like and subscribe. Bye. Bye.